A lot of people ask me what it's like to own an exotic car, and the answer is that it's very fun, although there are a few drawbacks.
We're going to start with issues that you'll encounter behind the wheel. Now, one of them is ride quality. Put simply, you're going to feel every little bump. Even microscopic little pavement undulations you didn't know were there. You'll feel those. They'll hurt. To prove my point, I've detached the camera from the mount and I have a friend holding it. Here's a normal street.
So that's pretty bad, but it actually gets worse. You have to constantly be on the lookout for potholes when you drive this thing. For example, if I hit this pothole in my SUV,
no problem!
But I can't hit it in the Ferrari. That's because this pothole measures about 7 inches in height, and the Ferrari is only about 7 inches off the ground. Now, I'm not going to get into approach angle and suspension travel here, but I think we can all agree that that would be expensive. You also have to drive very slowly over bumps, which tends to piss off everyone else.
Oh, and another thing. You have to drive perfectly. You see, you're already that asshole in the Ferrari, and that means that you aren't afforded any room to make mistakes or be a jerk. You have to signal every lane change. You have to thank you wave every time someone lets you in. And if you end up on an unfamiliar road and you get stuck in a turn-only lane, you're turning, because nobody is going to let you in.
Speaking of other drivers, get ready for them to take your picture. A lot. Now, this isn't so much of a problem, but it can kind of get dicey when they're taking their eyes off the road to do it. Still, it's nowhere near as bad as the people who try to race you.
Look at this guy. Revving his engine.
The other problem is that you're so low, it's hard for SUV and pickup drivers to see you. For example, the Ferrari is behind this SUV right now, but you wouldn't know unless you were looking for it. It's the same story inside. The Ferrari is so small that it can easily hide in your mirrors. As a result, I always make sure I'm parked a little bit to the side of other cars when I pull up behind them at the stoplight. Parking is another problem. If you park on the street, get ready to deal with a lot of onlookers, gawking, judging, ogling.
You also can't make a mistake like hit the curb or pop the clutch because everybody's looking at you.
So then you just go into a normal parking lot and park normally in a normal parking space. The problem is then you have to deal with normal people.
No, you can't do that. You have to wear the red with the green, not the blue with the green. Duh.
Fortunately, I've developed a solution for this problem. So, is exotic car ownership worth it? Hell yes, as long as you stay away from roads, other drivers, potholes, parking lots, street racer wannabes, camera phones, speed bumps,